Today's last section is sequencing events. Let's listen what Andy said. 45 minutes, 35 seconds.
So let's go ahead and jump into the final section, which is sequencing events. We've got two expressions. The first one we're going to go over is verb A plus 前に and verb B. So before A, 前に, before A occurs, or before A, B. To use it with verbs and just the short form present. Only the short form present plus 前に. Some example sentences. 食べる前に手を洗って before you eat, wash your hands. So that's a request. 食べる前に手を洗って. A lot of people get on my case recently in comments for saying 前. I often say 前. People love to pick on my pronunciation of 前 and 食べる in the comments. Whatever. 行く前に鍵をかけた.
食べる前に手を洗って。食べる前に手を洗って。So this section introducing like how you can express the event sequence, like the events order. So there's two actions. One, 食べる. The two, 手を洗う. Then how can you make the explicit order is using 前に. Okay, 前 is actually a noun, and noun can be modified by verb without anything here. Verb present tense modify 前に like this. 食べる前に手を洗って。So 前 means 何ですか？前 means before. So your action sequence is like this. 手を洗う first, then 食べる。食べる前に手を洗って。Okay. Before I go to Japan, check this temperature. 日本に行く前に気温をチェックして。So, the important things, actually, like, surprisingly, Andy didn't much warn, but it is super common, like a best 3 common mistake for Japanese learners is here, present tense 前に. Okay, what usually people would like mistake is like this, 食べた前に. Yeah, like, of course, since this is a present tense, it might be not the case. 食べた前に宿題をした. So, actually, you should have said 食べる前に宿題をした. But even if the sentence is past, 宿題をした the past tense, you still have to make 食べる the present tense. 食べる前に宿題をした。食べた前に宿題した is completely wrong. And actually, I was interested in how Andy explained this grammar because you really have to do 食べる present tense here, but he didn't. Okay, then what I want to say here is, okay, why Japanese people use 食べる always present tense? Because 前 is before the particular noun. Okay, so 宿題をした is past action, right? Then, which is first? 食べる and 宿題, which is first? Yes, 宿題 is the first, 宿題 first, and 食べる the second. But after all, for the English speaker's mind, both past tense, both past action, then you're gonna say both past tense. 食べた前に宿題をした. But Japanese people's mindset is always standing on the point of main clause only. Yes, you are standing on this point. You just have done 宿題をした。And think about it. Like, when you did 宿題, have you already eaten or not? You haven't. So, the standing point of 宿題をした、食べる hasn't been done. So, it's still present. It's still future action on the perspective of the main clause. Okay, this is the reason you have to make present tense, but whatever. That rule is, you just have to memorize this important rule. 食べる前に宿題をした。But the thing is, like, it's more like, okay, you just automatically saying present tense if you want to say 前。行く前に聞いてね。帰る前に電話してね。ネットフリックス見る前に宿題してね。It's just that when you want to use before, just use present tense. Okay, next grammar he explained is 手 form plus から。手から。What is から ?What is からからは何だったから represent starting point. Always starting point. For example, why did you be late as me? Oh, because of the train. Train delayed. 電車が遅れたから遅刻した。So, like, から is used for reason, right? But, like, the reason is stating that what's the starting point this consequence happens. So, after all, it is like stating the starting point. 電車が遅れたから遅刻した。ブラブラブラからブラブラブラ B. So, A action から B. That's right, デビッドさん。だからそうですね。だから is implying the prior statement. 電車が遅れた prior statement. だから遅刻した。You are just pointing out the starting point why this consequence occurred. Okay, verb 手 form plus から can describe the order. 食べてから宿題をしてね。食べてから宿題をする。食べてから宿題をする means 食べる first and do 宿題。Okay, から is a preposition, so I marked green. 食べてから宿題をします。Okay, the interesting thing that Genki textbook didn't introduce, but I would do is this grammar. Past tense. あと。Okay, what is あと？あと、知ってる？あと。あと is the opposite of 前。There we go. So 前 is before, right? So of course あと is after. 食べた後で宿題をする。食べた後で宿題をする。後 is noun. So you're gonna modify 後 a noun via 食べる verb. However, 食べる always has to be past tense. Okay, why? Because of the exact same reason I just explained earlier. Think about your standing point. You are standing on point of 宿題をする。When you do 宿題, the action of 食べる already has been done or not? Yes, it is because it's 後. So, in the main clause standing point, subclause action already has been made that you always make past tense. 食べた後で宿題をする。I think this is not so difficult than the grammar. Yeah. Yeah, I encounter often like 食べた前, that wrong grammar. But 食べた後, this past tense plus 後 is not that difficult for learners. It's very interesting. Probably people tend to have more making past tense sentences. And when you make past tense sentences, you encounter this difficulty. 前, that before noun. Okay. So, this is how you can describe the sequence. 食べる前に宿題をしてね。宿題 first. Then 食べる。食べる前に宿題をしてね。食べてから宿題をしてね。宿題 later. 食べる first. 食べてから宿題をしてね。But this is the form. You can use also actually using noun 後。食べた後で宿題をしてね。食べた後で宿題をしてね。This is the sequence event. That's all for lesson 17. Well done. はい、質問ありますか？質問があったらコメントをぜひしてくださいね。Yes. はーい。今日はね、ここまでだよ。あ、でもね、この後ニュースを読むんだけどね。It was really interesting that the Genki only introduced 食べる前に and 食べてから and they didn't introduce 食べた後で。Because I feel that 前 and 後 should be like considered as a set so that yeah, I don't know. I like to see the words like, you know, in a big picture. And 前 is such a like an important word, like position opposite to 後. So 前 and 後 it should be considered like an opposite trait, opposite quality. Then it's only just, you know, represented one side. It's really unbalanced to me. That's what I feel. Anyway.